Hello students, in the previous video we were doing the chapter of risk and return. We have talked about the risk, its various types. Now we are going to work on the concept of return. Before starting with the return chapter, we must know what does a return define. So a return is defined as income received on an investment plus any change in market price, usually expressed as a percentage of the beginning market price of the investment. This is a technical terminology. If I want to explain that in a simple layman's language, we can simply say that whatever the inflow we are getting from the amount invested, it can be positive, it can be negative, will be called as a return. That means कभी भी हम कुछ भी पैसा इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, कहीं भी कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं, उससे जो भी मुझे इन्फ्लोज मिलते हैं, जो पैसा मुझे वापस आता है, हो सकता है कि पहले के कंपैरिजन में मुझे ज़्यादा पैसा मिले, हो सकता है कि पहले के कंपैरिजन में मुझे कम पैसा मिले. दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ रिटर्न. Now the value of the total return can be computed using this particular formula, where D represents the dividend received and PT refers to the price of the stock at a time period, whatever the time period would be, and PT minus means the price of the stock at the time period, that is T minus 1. That means PT आपकी क्या हो सकती है, या आपकी क्लोजिंग प्राइस हो सकती है, या आपकी ओपनिंग प्राइस होती है, डिवाइडेड बाय आप अपॉन द ओपनिंग प्राइस ऑफ द share we can say, or the investment we can say. Now there's example to understand this particular formula, which says that Ali purchased a stock of rupees 6,000 at the end of the year. The stock is worth rupees 7,500. तो closing stock की worth कितनी है? 7,500, and the time when it was being purchased was rupees 6,000. Ali was paid a dividend of rupees 260. Calculate the total return received by Ali. That means the dividend received on this particular investment was rupees 260, and the market price, the current market price was 750, whereas the opening price was rupees 6,000. Divided by the opening price of 6,000, we get the answer as 0.293. If expressed in percentage, it will be written as 29.3%. That means Ali is getting a total return of 29.3%. Now we are talking about the components of return. A return basically includes of two types. That means either it would be a yield or it would be a capital gain. A yield is the most common form of return for investment. That is the periodic cash inflows on the investment, either interest from bonds or dividend from stocks. That means whatever amount we invest in the business, and when we get the regular inflows from that, whether it's regular or irregular, it will be termed as the yield. When there is appreciation or depreciation in the price of the assets, commonly called as capital gain, and when there is losses, it will be called as capital loss. That means कि जब हम किसी एसेट्स को होल्ड करके लॉन्ग टाइम पे उसको हम सेल कर देते हैं, और उससे अगर प्रॉफिट आता है तो उसे हम कैपिटल गेन बोलेंगे, और उससे अगर नुकसान हो जाता है तो उसे हम कैपिटल लॉस बोलेंगे. बट अगर हमने कोई चीज़ को होल्ड किया है या किसी चीज़ जगह इन्वेस्ट किया है, that is giving me some returns in the upcoming period or in the coming future duration, that will be called as yield. जब किसी से इनफ्लो मिले तो उसे yield कहते हैं, और ऑन द सेल पे आपको प्रॉफिट या लॉस होता है तो वो आप कैपिटल गेन की कैटेगरी में आता है. Now we are going to determine the types of return. The first is the actual return, whereas the other is the expected return. The actual return is what investors actually receive they invested during a period of time. The actual return is often measured against the anticipated return to determine the investment strategy success. That means actual return वो रिटर्न होता है जो एक इन्वेस्टर को एक्चुअली में रिसीव होता है, और इस रिटर्न को हम अपनी एक्सपेक्टेड रिटर्न से क्या करते हैं, कंपेयर करते हैं, जस्ट इन ऑर्डर टू डिटरमाइन वेदर कि ये इन्वेस्टमेंट हमारा प्रॉफिटेबल रहा है कि नहीं है, या ये हमारा डिसीजन प्रॉफिटेबल रहा है कि नहीं है. I have taken example which says that the actual return on the stock purchase is rupees $100, whose value at the end of the 1 year is rupees $120, is said to have a return of rupees how much, $20, or expressed in percentage will be 20%. When we are talking about the expected return, the investor cannot be sure of the amount of return he or she is going to receive. Obviously this is the expected value. The future is uncertain, so we cannot determine the exact value that the return we are going to receive. There can be many possibilities. The expected return is the weighted average of possible returns, with the weights being the probabilities of occurrence. This is a particular formula that we are going to use just in order to determine the expected return, whereas summation x represents the return, whereas probability of x value determines the probability of getting that particular return in a particular period. Now this is example which says, suppose if you knew a given investment had a 50% chance of earning return of rupees 10, then a 25% chance of earning a return of rupees 20, and there is 25% chance of bearing a loss of rupees 10. That means the probability of receiving 10 is 50%. The probability of receiving rupees 20 in the next year is 25%, and the probability of bearing a loss of rupees 10 in the last year is 25%. Now we have to compute the expected return. We simply find the product of the probability and the return, and this can be found out by this particular manner. That means the return is 10 rupees, whereas the probability is 50%. On computing the value we get at rupees 5, whereas the return is 20 rupees and the probability is 0.25. On computing the value we get at rupees 5, and where the losses is minus 10 rupees, that means the probability is 0.25. On multiplying, the product will be minus 2.5. On finding the sum, we get the expected return of 7.5. That means if computing this case, we may say that there is a chances of receiving rupees 20, but if taking all the factors of probability, whether the event may be true or not, or it may happen or not, we can definitely say that up to a certain extent we will get a return of 7.5%. I'm sure that this point is clear to everyone. We will work on the next video. Thank you, students.